Hi, thanks for linking into this fortnight's video blog. In fact, it's more than a fortnight since the last one. I apologise for that. Just there are a lot of things cramming in to my time over the last couple of weeks, so I apologise. I was planning to start a new series called Leading in a New Dawn, or Leading in a New Day, and thinking about how do we start to lead with a little bit more freedom around the place, and all of a sudden, bang, around most of the states, or many of the states, there are more lockdowns. I know it's still in New South Wales lockdown. Victoria was, I think, a bit looser now. South Australia has been. And here in Queensland, our lockdown, which is a 3-day lockdown, has now been extended to about 10 days, I think. So it's just different. So I'm going to put that on hold and just share with you a few thoughts, just very raw, today type thoughts, thinking about this period of time when we are so restricted again and leadership is so difficult and organisations are up against it. So just some thoughts, brief thoughts, then we'll start Leading in a New Dawn next time. Just a few of those thoughts. Keep a watchful eye on people around you. There are some people who love things like lockdowns because it allows them to sort of stay at home. It allows them to catch up on some work. They love that sort of vibe of being in the family environment. But there are some people who don't. There are some people for whom lockdown is quite difficult. They're concerned about maybe business interests, or they're concerned about just being cramped in space. They're concerned about the uncertainty. Maybe they're teaching kids from home, all sorts of reasons. So it could be family, it could be workmates, but just keep a watchful eye for people who may be doing it tough in these uncertain and at the moment quite restricted times. So just one thought for you to take into account. Secondly, communicate well. If you are a leader, and particularly if you're working in a virtual space at the moment and people are working from home and you're trying to manage that remotely, communicate well. And it may be you're doing a regular email, that'd be a great thing to do, but every now and again just, pep it up a little bit with a video email or a few photos, just to kind of change the perspective for people. The whole power of presence is important. Your presence in people's life. Just, show them you're cooking an egg at home or doing something crazy at home every now and again. Just brings the humanity of that to people. And so make sure you communicate well. You probably can't over-communicate in this period of time. I'd say allow yourself to take time to reflect and write. It's not a bad time if you're not rushed to work, if you're not out and about too much, to take some time to reflect on your thoughts and your feelings in this time and write them down and revisit them and just be aware of how you are thinking and what's going on around you, and not being afraid to journal that or to write it down. It's not a bad thing to take that time of reflection. I would say at this time, just be aware of what I see as a growing polarisation in our culture, in the way we're living. There are people whose views are just getting more and more apart and having this kind of my view's right, your view's wrong type of approach. So just be careful of that polarisation. Have your convictions. They're your convictions, and it's important to have them and not water those down, but at the same time be careful where you share them. I've just more recently, and in the last few days, seen some people get actually absolutely hammered on social media. In fact, I've seen some people who I love very dearly get hammered by some other people who I love very dearly. And those relationships are going to be wounded, are going to be just very sensitive for a while. So just be careful where you put out your views and the views you had, and be careful about polarising people because they're different from yours. It seems to be a time when we're all cloistered, that we just want to put out our stuff and put down other people's stuff. So just be cautious about that and be wise. And just one more thought, just for yourself, make sure you're checking in with somebody. It's good for you to check on other people, but make sure you're checking in with someone. Maybe one or two other people who you know you can give a ring to, or you can, text or give an email or a quick call to, just to let you know, hey, here I am. Don't be embarrassed or shy about that. It's not fantastic and really strong to stick it all out yourself. Make sure you're checking in with other people for yourself. I'm sure you've got lots of other things and lots of ways you can handle with this sort of up and down lockdown and in and out of restrictions. Love to hear from you if you want to feed back to me on the website timhanna.com.au or Facebook or LinkedIn. But just thought I'd break the normal routine today to share some thoughts with you, and I trust you keep well. Look out for yourself. Take care. Take care of yourself. Take care of yours and your family. Take care of your own well-being. And we'll see you next time. Take care.